The electric vehicle revolution is accelerating fast. Here's what the future of EVs will look like by 2030. From battery breakthroughs to next-gen innovation, we are standing at the very beginning of a profound transformation, one that promises to reshape the cars we drive, the very fabric of our cities, and our relationship with energy. The quiet hum of an electric motor is steadily replacing the familiar roar of the internal combustion engine on streets worldwide. This is more than a change in technology. It's a fundamental shift in our concept of personal mobility. The journey, once powered by fossil fuels, is now being redefined by electrons, batteries, intelligent software, heralding a cleaner, quieter, and smarter future for transportation. What we are witnessing is not a gradual evolution, but a rapid, disruptive change. For over 100 years, the automobile has remained fundamentally the same in its core principles. Now, in the span of a single decade, we are on the verge of more change than in the last 100 years combined. This rapid acceleration is driven by a powerful convergence of factors. These include urgent environmental concerns, remarkable technological innovation, and a growing public demand for more sustainable and efficient ways to travel. The car is no longer just a mechanical machine. It is becoming a sophisticated, connected device on wheels, an integral part of our digital lives. Major automakers, once hesitant, are committing hundreds of billions of dollars to electrify their fleets. Startups are emerging with bold new designs and business models, challenging the established order and pushing boundaries of what a car can be. Governments across the globe are setting ambitious targets and creating policies and incentives to speed up EV adoption. This collective momentum is creating a powerful feedback loop. Increased demand fuels further investment and innovation, making EVs more accessible, more capable, and more desirable for the everyday consumer. As we look towards the end of this decade, the year 2030 stands out as a critical milestone, a focal point where many converging trends are expected to mature and coalesce. The promises of today's R&D will become showroom realities. Experimental technologies tested in labs will be integrated into the vehicles we use for our daily commutes and family road trips. The question is no longer if the world will transition to electric vehicles, but how this transition will unfold and what the automotive landscape will look like when we reach this pivotal moment in our history. As we journey towards this electrified future, several key questions emerge that will define the next chapter of the automotive world. Perhaps the most critical of these revolves around the heart of every EV, the battery. How will battery technology evolve? We hear exciting whispers of solid-state batteries promising faster charging, greater safety, significantly longer range. Will these breakthroughs become commercially viable by 2030? Finally eliminating range anxiety for good? And what about the lifespan and sustainability of these power sources? The ability to create long-lasting, recyclable, ethically sourced batteries is paramount to the long-term success of this revolution. Beyond the vehicle itself lies the crucial infrastructure that supports it. A car is only as useful as the network that allows it to refuel, or in this case, recharge. Therefore, we must ask what the charging experience will be like by 2030. Will we see the widespread deployment of ultra-fast charging stations that can replenish a battery in the time it takes to drink a cup of coffee? How will our electrical grids cope with the massive increase in demand? And how can we integrate smart charging vehicle-to-grid technologies to create a more resilient and efficient energy ecosystem? The convenience and accessibility of charging will be a deciding factor for millions of potential EV buyers. Another monumental question concerns the intelligence of the vehicle. The concept of a self-driving car has long been a staple of science fiction, but it is now inching closer to reality. What level of autonomy can we realistically expect in our cars by 2030? The path from advanced driver assist systems to fully autonomous vehicles is complex and filled with technical challenges, legal challenges, ethical challenges. How will artificial intelligence and machine learning make our journey safer, more efficient? The software-defined car, which can be updated and improved over the air, represents a new paradigm where the vehicle continuously evolves long after it has left the factory. Finally, we must consider the broader impact on our world. How will the rise of EVs change the face of our cities, the dynamics of the global market, from quieter streets, cleaner air, to new opportunities for urban design? The potential for positive change is immense. At the same time, we will see a dramatic realignment in the global automotive industry with new leaders like Tesla, BYD, challenging the dominance of traditional manufacturers from Europe, America, Asia. This decade will not just deliver new cars, it will deliver new answers to the fundamental questions about how we move, how we live, how we build a more sustainable world. Table of Contents, Part 2, Act 1, The Big Trends Shaping EVs, Section 1, the exponential growth of EV adoption. Section 2, the manufacturing revolution, scaling up production. Section 3, policy and politics, governments in the driver's seat. Section 4, the consumer shift, why drivers are going electric. Section 5, a tale of two markets, comparing global EV leadership. The first major trend defining this decade is the sheer speed at which electric vehicles are being adopted around the world. What was once a niche market for early adopters and environmental enthusiasts, the sales figures tell a clear story of exponential growth. Each year, the number of EVs sold globally shatters the records of the last, and this trend shows no signs of slowing down. This isn't a gradual increase, it's a hockey stick curve indicating a fundamental shift in consumer preference and market dynamics. We are moving from the early phase of innovation into a period of mass adoption. EVs are becoming a common sight in neighborhoods everywhere. This acceleration is creating a powerful snowball effect. As more electric cars appear on our roads, a sense of familiarity and normalcy begins to build. This increased visibility helps to demystify the technology for those who are hesitant or uninformed, breaking down psychological barriers to ownership. Friends, family, neighbors sharing their positive experiences with EVs serve as powerful testimonials, far more influential than any marketing campaign. This social proof is a key driver, encouraging a wider audience to consider making the switch. The question for many is no longer, should I get an EV, but rather, when should I get an EV? Which one is right for me? The variety of available models is another crucial factor fueling this growth. A few years ago, choices were limited and often premium priced. Today, the market is overflowing with options to suit nearly every need and budget. Compact city cars, practical family SUVs, high-performance sports cars, rugged pickup trucks. There is now an electric option in almost every major vehicle category. This expansion of choice makes it easier to find an EV that fits your lifestyle without having to compromise on features, space, or style. Looking ahead to 2030, this growth trajectory continues its steep ascent. Projections from market analysts and international energy agencies point in the same direction, a future where EVs command a significant share of all new car sales. In leading regions like Europe and China, EVs could represent the majority of new vehicles sold by the end of the decade. This isn't just a forecast, it's a reflection of deep, irreversible momentum. The era of the electric vehicle is no longer on the horizon. It is well and truly here, and its growth is the defining automotive story of our time. To meet the soaring demand for electric vehicles, the global automotive industry is undergoing a manufacturing revolution on an unprecedented scale. Building an EV is fundamentally different from building a traditional car with an internal combustion engine. It requires new supply chains, new factory tooling, and entirely new areas of expertise, particularly in battery production and software engineering. Automakers are investing hundreds of billions of dollars to retool existing plants and construct massive new facilities known as gigafactories, dedicated solely to the production of batteries and electric vehicles. This is one of the largest industrial transformations in over a century. This manufacturing scale-up is essential for making EVs more affordable and accessible. The principles of economies of scale are coming into full effect. As manufacturers produce more batteries and vehicles, the cost per unit steadily decreases. This is driving down the sticker price of electric cars, bringing them closer to price parity with their gasoline-powered counterparts. By 2030, many experts predict that it will be cheaper to produce and purchase a new EV than an equivalent internal combustion vehicle, even without government incentives. This milestone will be a major tipping point, unlocking the mass market and accelerating adoption even further. The revolution extends beyond the assembly line to the very design of the vehicles themselves. Engineers are developing new, simplified vehicle platforms specifically for electric powertrains. These skateboard designs, where the battery pack forms a flat base for the entire vehicle, allow for more efficient manufacturing and greater design flexibility. This modular approach enables car companies to create a wide variety of different models on a single underlying platform, reducing development costs and speeding up the time it takes to bring new vehicles to market. This innovation in manufacturing is just as important as the innovation in battery chemistry or software. However, this rapid scale-up is not without its challenges. Securing a stable and sustainable supply of raw materials for batteries, such as lithium, cobalt, and nickel, is a major focus for the industry. Geopolitical factors and ethical sourcing concerns are creating complex hurdles that manufacturers must navigate. In response, companies are pioneering new battery chemistries that use more abundant materials and investing heavily in recycling infrastructure to create a closed-loop supply chain. Overcoming these manufacturing and supply chain challenges is the critical task that will determine the pace and ultimate success of the EV transition through 2030. Government policy is another powerful force steering the direction and speed of the electric vehicle transition. Around the world, national and regional authorities are implementing ambitious regulations to phase out the sale of new internal combustion engine vehicles. Many deadlines are set for 2030 or 2035, sending a clear and unambiguous signal that the future is electric. This regulatory certainty gives car companies confidence to make long-term electrification investments, knowing a market will exist. Governments also use financial incentives, direct purchase rebates, tax credits. They offer exemptions from taxes, reduced registration fees, access to bus lanes, and free parking. Those financial carrots make the economic case for EVs, bridge the price gap, and accelerate adoption across income levels. Governments are investing in public charging infrastructure. Reliable, accessible chargers are a prerequisite to mass adoption. Public funds deploy fast chargers along major highways, in urban centers, and in residential areas where people may not have home charging. The goal: a comprehensive charging network so EV drivers can travel with the same freedom as gasoline drivers. These policies fit a broader strategy to combat climate change and improve air quality. EVs are a pathway to decarbonizing transport, a major source of greenhouse gas emissions. Promoting EVs helps governments meet international climate commitments and create healthier, cleaner cities. This alignment of goals, policy, and behavior creates a self-reinforcing dynamic, pushing the EV revolution toward the 2030 milestone. While policy and manufacturing create the conditions for the EV transition, the trend is ultimately powered by a fundamental shift in what consumers want from a vehicle. The motivations for choosing an electric car have expanded far beyond just environmental concerns. Drivers are discovering practical, everyday benefits. One of the most significant is the superior driving experience. The instant torque provided by an electric motor delivers smooth, silent, rapid acceleration, making EVs feel responsive and enjoyable to drive in city traffic and on the open road. The economics of ownership are also becoming a primary driver for many consumers. While the initial purchase price can sometimes be higher, the total cost of owning an EV is often significantly lower than a comparable gasoline car. Electricity is generally cheaper than gasoline, meaning refueling costs are drastically reduced. Furthermore, electric vehicles have far fewer moving parts in their powertrain. There are no oil changes, no spark plugs to replace, no exhaust systems to maintain. This results in lower maintenance costs and fewer trips to the mechanic, saving owners time and money. Technological appeal is another major factor. Modern EVs act more like sophisticated electronic devices. They feature large, intuitive touchscreens, seamless smartphone integration, and over-the-air software updates. This car as a gadget appeal resonates with a generation who expect products to be smart, connected, and continuously evolving. The vehicle is becoming an extension of their digital lives. Finally, people are noticing health and lifestyle benefits. The ability to charge at home overnight is a major convenience, eliminating weekly trips to the gas station. Waking up every morning with a full tank simplifies routine. The quiet operation reduces noise pollution, contributing to more peaceful neighborhoods and less stressful driving. These cumulative benefits, a better drive, lower costs, advanced technology, and greater convenience, are creating a powerful pull, convincing mainstream car buyers to go electric. The global transition to electric vehicles is not happening uniformly across all regions. Instead, we are seeing a fascinating tale of two dominant markets leading the charge, China and Europe. Together, these two regions account for the vast majority of all EV sales worldwide, and their distinct approaches offer valuable insights into the different ways the revolution can unfold. China has emerged as the world's largest and most dynamic EV market, driven by strong central government policy, massive domestic investment, and a fiercely competitive landscape of local manufacturers like BYD, NIO, and XPeng. China's strategy has been comprehensive, combining generous subsidies, production quotas for automakers, and significant investment in charging infrastructure. This has created a vibrant ecosystem where EVs are not just an alternative, but a central part of the country's industrial and environmental future. Chinese brands have been particularly successful at producing a wide range of affordable electric models, making them accessible to a broad segment of the population. As a result, China has achieved a level of EV adoption and market penetration that far outpaces most other nations, establishing itself as the undisputed global leader in terms of sheer volume. Meanwhile, Europe is pursuing its own aggressive path towards electrification, driven primarily by stringent emissions regulations imposed by the European Union. These regulations place strict limits on the average CO2 emissions of a manufacturer's fleet, with heavy financial penalties for non-compliance. This has effectively forced every major European automaker, from Volkswagen to Mercedes-Benz to Stellantis, to pivot rapidly towards electric vehicles. Countries like Norway, which is not in the EU but follows its rules, have shown what is possible with additional strong incentives, achieving EV market shares of over 80% for new car sales. In contrast, the United States has been playing catch-up, though its market is now beginning to accelerate rapidly. The landscape is dominated by Tesla, which has single-handedly popularized EVs in the American consciousness, but traditional automakers like Ford and General Motors are now launching competitive models and investing heavily. The recent introduction of new federal incentives is helping to spur demand, but the pace of adoption still lags behind China and Europe due to a less comprehensive national policy and greater regional variation. As we move toward 2030, the dynamic interplay between these major global markets will continue to shape the future of the entire industry. The battery is, without question, the single most important component in an electric vehicle. It is the heart of the machine, determining not only how far the car can travel on a single charge, but also how much it costs, how fast it can be recharged, and how long it will last. The vast majority of electric vehicles on the road today are powered by lithium-ion batteries, a technology that has become ubiquitous in everything from our smartphones to our laptops. These batteries work by moving lithium ions between a positive electrode, the cathode, and a negative electrode, the anode, through a liquid substance called an electrolyte. When the car is being driven, ions flow from anode to cathode, releasing energy. When charging, the process is reversed. The performance of these batteries is primarily measured by their energy density. This metric, typically expressed in watt-hours per kilogram, tells us how much energy can be stored in a given weight of battery. A higher energy density means a car can achieve a longer range without needing a larger, heavier, and more expensive battery pack. Over the past decade, engineers have made remarkable progress in improving the energy density of lithium-ion cells. By refining the chemistry of the cathodes and anodes, they have managed to pack more and more power into the same amount of space, which has been a key factor in extending the range of modern EVs to levels that are practical for most drivers. However, today's lithium-ion technology is not without its limitations. One of the main challenges is the use of a liquid electrolyte. This flammable liquid can pose a safety risk in the event of a crash or a manufacturing defect, potentially leading to a thermal runaway event, which is a rare but serious type of battery fire. This liquid component also adds weight and bulk to the battery pack. Furthermore, the materials used in the most energy-dense cathodes, such as cobalt and nickel, are expensive and come with significant environmental and ethical concerns related to their mining and sourcing, creating supply chain vulnerabilities for the entire industry. Another key area of focus is the lifespan and degradation of these batteries. Like the battery in your phone, an EV battery gradually loses some of its ability to hold a full charge over many cycles of charging and discharging. Manufacturers have become very adept at managing this degradation through sophisticated battery management software and thermal control systems, which is why most offer warranties for 8 years or more. Nevertheless, the quest continues for battery chemistries that are more durable, able to withstand more charge cycles with less degradation, and capable of lasting for hundreds of thousands or even 1 million miles of driving. Among all the potential battery breakthroughs on the horizon, none is more anticipated than the solid-state battery. This technology is often called the holy grail of the EV industry because it promises to solve many of the limitations of today's lithium-ion cells. The key innovation is replacing the flammable liquid electrolyte with a thin, stable, solid layer. Solid materials include ceramic or polymer. That single change unlocks higher performance, safety, and design freedom. It could revolutionize EVs by 2030. The biggest advantage is a dramatic increase in energy density. Solid electrolytes let engineers use a lithium metal anode. Lithium metal can't be used safely with liquid electrolytes because of dendrites, tiny, sharp structures that can grow and short the cell. Together, a solid electrolyte and lithium metal anode could double energy by weight, meaning EVs could travel twice as far on one charge or get the same range with half the battery size and weight. Safety is another major benefit. Without flammable liquid electrolytes, cells are far less likely to catch fire or explode if damaged or overheated. That simplifies battery pack design, reducing heavy cooling and protective casings. The result, lighter, simpler and cheaper battery packs, making EVs more efficient and affordable. Finally, charging speed. Solid cells are more robust under high power charging. Developers are targeting game-changing charge times. Imagine adding 300 miles in just 10 minutes, like filling a gas tank. Commercialization still faces manufacturing hurdles, but automakers and startups are racing to bring solid-state EVs to market before 2030. That would mark a new era for electric mobility. While solid-state batteries capture most of the headlines, they are not the only area of innovation that will shape the EV landscape by 2030. Researchers and engineers are simultaneously pursuing a wide range of other promising battery chemistries and improvements to existing lithium-ion technology. These incremental but significant advancements are crucial as they can be brought to market more quickly and will help to drive down costs and improve performance in the near term. One of the most important trends is the move towards cathodes with little or no cobalt, a material that is both expensive and ethically problematic to source. New cathode formulations such as lithium iron phosphate are becoming increasingly popular, especially for standard range and lower cost vehicles. LFP batteries do not contain any cobalt or nickel, making them significantly cheaper and more sustainable to produce. While the energy density is lower than high nickel chemistries, they offer other compelling advantages. A much longer lifespan with thousands of potential charge cycles and excellent thermal stability, which makes them very safe. Automakers like Tesla and BYD are already using LFP batteries in millions of their vehicles, and their market share is expected to grow substantially through the rest of the decade. Another exciting area of development is the sodium-ion battery. Sodium is one of the most abundant and cheapest elements on Earth, found everywhere in salt water. Developing batteries that use sodium ions instead of lithium ions could dramatically reduce costs and eliminate reliance on the geographically concentrated lithium supply chain. While sodium-ion batteries currently have a lower energy density than their lithium-ion counterparts, they perform exceptionally well in cold weather and can be charged very quickly. By 2030, we expect to see them being used in smaller, more affordable city cars and for stationary energy storage, freeing up the limited lithium supply for long-range and high-performance applications. Finally, work continues on improving the anode side of the battery. Today, most anodes are made of graphite. However, researchers are developing new anodes that incorporate silicon, which has the theoretical capacity to store over 10 times more lithium ions than graphite. Even adding a small amount of silicon to the anode can result in a significant boost to energy density and charging speed. The main challenge with silicon is that it swells dramatically during charging and shrinks during discharging, which can damage the battery over time. By 2030, we expect to see advanced silicon-dominant anodes that have overcome these stability issues, pushing the performance of even conventional lithium-ion batteries to new heights. Section 4. The speed of light. The rise of ultra-fast charging. A revolutionary battery is only half of the equation. It must be paired with an equally revolutionary charging network. The ability to refuel an electric vehicle quickly and conveniently is one of the most critical factors for mass adoption, especially for drivers who live in apartments without home charging or those who frequently take long road trips. To address this, we are witnessing the rapid global deployment of a new generation of DC fast chargers, often called ultra-fast chargers. These powerful stations are capable of delivering electricity at astonishing rates, far exceeding what is possible with a home charger or older public charging standards. Current ultra-fast chargers typically deliver power at levels of 150 to 350 kilowatts. To put that in perspective, a standard home wall outlet provides about 1 to 2 kilowatts. This immense power output allows a compatible EV to add hundreds of miles of range in as little as 15 to 20 minutes. By 2030, the technology is expected to advance even further, with some companies developing systems capable of delivering 400 kilowatts or even, close to a megawatt of power. At these speeds, the time spent charging on a long journey will become nearly indistinguishable from the time spent at a traditional gas station, effectively eliminating charging time as a significant concern for drivers. The user experience at these charging stations is also undergoing a major transformation. The goal is to make the process as simple and seamless as possible. New plug-and-charge technology allows the vehicle to automatically communicate with the charging station, to handle identification and billing, eliminating the need for fumbling with apps, credit cards, or membership fobs. The driver simply plugs in, the car charges, and the payment is handled automatically through their pre-registered account. This effortless experience, combined with the sheer speed of charging, will make public charging a far more attractive and reliable option for everyone. Building out this ultra-fast charging infrastructure is a monumental undertaking requiring massive investment from both private companies and governments. These high-powered stations require significant upgrades to the local electrical grid to handle the immense power demands. We are seeing charging networks strategically placing these hubs along major transportation corridors in busy urban areas and at retail locations to create a comprehensive and reliable web of coverage. By 2030, range anxiety will be a distant memory, not just because batteries will last longer, but because a fast and reliable charge will always be just a few minutes away, no matter where your journey takes you. Section 5. The Intelligent Grid, Smart Charging and Vehicle-to-Grid, or V2G. The mass adoption of electric vehicles will place an enormous new demand on our electrical grids. If millions of drivers all plug in their cars to charge at the same time, such as during the evening peak hours after work, it could potentially overload local transformers and strain the entire energy system. To manage this challenge, the future of EV charging is not just about speed, it's also about intelligence. Smart charging allows the timing of an EV's charging session to be automatically managed and optimized, either by the utility company or by the vehicle owner through a simple app. Rather than starting at full power the moment it's plugged in, an EV can be programmed to charge during off-peak hours, typically in the middle of the night. This balances the grid load, reduces stress, and prevents costly infrastructure upgrades. It also lets the grid make better use of renewable energy. A car can be set to charge automatically in the middle of the day when solar is at its peak, or at night when wind generation is strongest, making EV driving cleaner and more sustainable. The next evolutionary step beyond smart charging is vehicle to grid, V2G. V2G turns the EV from a passive consumer into an active participant in the energy system. The car's large battery isn't just for driving. It can send power back to the grid when needed. EVs are parked over 95% of the time. During idle periods, thousands of connected EVs can act as a giant distributed battery, a virtual power plant that stabilizes the grid and prevents blackouts. Imagine a hot summer afternoon when everyone turns on their air conditioning, causing a huge spike in electricity demand. Instead of firing up an expensive and polluting fossil fuel peaker plant, the utility could draw a small, unnoticeable amount of energy from thousands of connected EVs for a short period. In return, the EV owner would be compensated for providing this valuable service, effectively earning money while their car is parked. By 2030, as V2G technology becomes more widespread, it will transform EVs into mobile energy assets that enhance grid resilience, support integration of more renewables, and create new economic value for their owners. Section 6, Closing the Loop, the future of battery recycling and sustainability. For the electric vehicle revolution to be truly sustainable in the long term, we must address the entire life cycle of the battery, from the mining of its raw materials to its eventual end of life. A key trend that will mature by 2030 is the creation of a robust and efficient circular economy for EV batteries. This means developing processes to reuse, repurpose, and recycle batteries on a massive scale, minimizing waste and reducing our dependence on newly mined materials. The valuable metals within a spent EV battery are not consumed: lithium, cobalt, nickel, copper. Each can be recovered and used to build new batteries. The first step is reuse and repurposing. An EV battery is typically considered to have reached the end of its automotive life when capacity drops to around 70 to 80%. It still holds a significant amount of energy. Second life batteries are perfect for less demanding applications, stationary storage for homes, businesses, and utility scale projects. They can store excess solar or wind energy, provide a buffer for the grid, and extend the battery's useful life by another decade or more. Once no longer viable, the final step is recycling. Early recycling often shredded packs and used high heat, energy intensive, and low recovery. A new generation of techniques is emerging. Hydrometallurgy uses chemical processes to dissolve components and selectively extract materials. Recovery rates over 95% produce battery-grade materials ready for new cells. By 2030, expect large-scale regional recycling centers, often near gigafactories. This closed loop feeding old materials back into production will be critical. It will drastically reduce environmental impact, mitigate geopolitical supply risks, and make electric vehicles cheaper and more sustainable. The battery of the future will be a valuable resource that can be used and reused for decades to come. Beyond electrification, the other great revolution transforming the automobile is the quest for autonomy. This is the journey to create a car that can drive itself, a concept that is steadily moving from the realm of science fiction into a tangible reality on our roads. And to understand this journey, the industry uses a standardized framework known as the levels of driving automation. Level 0, no automation. Level 1, Level 2, Level 3, Level 4, Level 5, full automation. Today, most new vehicles are equipped with Level 1 or Level 2 systems. Level 1 might be a feature like adaptive cruise control. Level 2, such as Tesla's Autopilot or GM's Super Cruise. These systems can manage both steering and speed under certain conditions, but require the driver to remain fully attentive and ready to take control at any moment. As we progress towards 2030, the industry's focus will be on refining and expanding Level 2 systems and pushing into Level 3. Level 3 allows the car to handle all driving in specific controlled environments like a divided highway in clear weather without constant human supervision. During those periods, the driver could safely take their eyes off the road and do other activities, but they must remain alert and be ready to take back control when requested. That handover raises complex legal and technical challenges. The ultimate dream is Level 4 and Level 5 autonomy. Level 4 can operate on its own within a geofenced domain. For example, a downtown robo-taxi. It would not need a human to intervene inside that area. Level 5 is the final step. Drive anywhere, in any conditions a human could. A door-to-door robo-taxi is exciting, but widespread Level 4 or 5 for personal cars by 2030 is a monumental challenge. The long tail of unpredictable edge cases makes the last few percent exponentially harder than the first 90%. So for most consumers, autonomy by 2030 will be a very sophisticated Level 2 and gradual Level 3 on premium vehicles. These systems will make driving significantly safer, less stressful and more convenient, especially on long highway commutes or in stop-and-go traffic. They'll act as an unwavering co-pilot, monitoring the environment and preventing accidents. While a fully autonomous car you can sleep in may be further off, the decade's advancements will fundamentally change how we relate to driving. The development of autonomous driving is powered by breakthroughs in artificial intelligence and machine learning. Every autonomous system relies on a complex suite of sensors, cameras, radar, and LiDAR to perceive the world around it. This constant stream of data is fed into a powerful onboard computer that runs sophisticated AI software. This AI brain is the heart of the system, tasked with interpreting the environment, predicting other road users' actions, and making split-second decisions. The car is no longer just a mechanical object, it is a thinking machine that learns and adapts. The most profound impact of this AI co-pilot in the near term will be a dramatic improvement in vehicle safety. Even in cars that aren't fully autonomous, AI perception powers advanced driver assistance systems that are becoming standard. These systems act as a digital safety net, constantly watching for potential dangers. Automatic emergency braking can detect an impending collision and apply the brakes faster than a human. Lane keeping assist prevents drifting into oncoming traffic. Blind spot monitoring alerts the driver to unseen vehicles. These features are already saving lives every day. By 2030, these systems will be even more intelligent and proactive. Instead of reacting to threats, AI will understand context and anticipate hazards before they develop. It might spot a child playing near the road and preemptively slow the vehicle, or detect an erratic driver next door and create more space. AI will also connect vehicles to a wider network, sharing info about road conditions, accidents, and hazards in real time. A car hitting black ice could instantly warn the cars behind it, giving their systems time to prepare. This is a shift from reactive to predictive protection. Human error contributes to over 90% of crashes. Augmenting drivers with An AI co-pilot that never gets tired, never gets distracted, never gets angry, can drastically reduce collisions, injuries, and fatalities. The vehicle becomes a vigilant guardian, using superhuman sensors and processing power to protect occupants and others. This enhancement of safety powered by AI is one of the most significant and immediate benefits of the automotive transformation. The rise of AI and connectivity is giving birth to a new kind of vehicle, the software-defined car. For the past century, a car's capabilities were fixed the moment it rolled off the assembly line. Its performance, features and functions were locked into its mechanical hardware. And the software-defined car turns this concept on its head. In this new paradigm, the vehicle is built on a centralized electronic architecture, much like a smartphone, where key functions are controlled by software rather than a multitude of individual hardware modules. This allows the automaker to update, upgrade, and even add entirely new features to the car long after it has been purchased. This capability is delivered through over-the-air software updates. Using its built-in cellular or Wi-Fi connection, the car can download new software directly from the manufacturer, just as your phone downloads app updates. This is a game changer for the ownership experience. A simple OTA update could improve your car's battery efficiency, giving you more range. It could enhance the performance of the driver assist system, making it smoother and more capable. It could even unlock new infotainment features, such as video streaming services or games that can be used while the vehicle is parked and charging. The car you buy is no longer a static product. It is a dynamic platform that continuously improves over time. This software-centric approach also fundamentally changes the business model for automakers. It opens up new revenue streams through on-demand features and subscriptions. For example, a manufacturer could offer a heated steering wheel as a software feature that can be activated for a monthly fee during the winter months. They could sell temporary performance boosts for a track day or offer advanced autonomous driving features as a subscription service. This allows customers to tailor the vehicle to their specific needs and budget, paying only for the features they actually use, while providing the automaker with a continuous relationship with the customer throughout the vehicle's life. By 2030, this software-defined architecture will be the standard for virtually all new electric vehicles. The car will be seen less as a piece of hardware and more as a hardware platform for a sophisticated software experience. This shift requires automakers to transform themselves, becoming as much a software company as a manufacturing company. The competition will not just be about horsepower or design, but about the intuitiveness of the user interface, the usefulness of the connected services, and the pace of innovation delivered through software updates. The car will finally become a true part of our connected digital ecosystem, evolving with us. The transition from internal combustion engines to electric powertrains is liberating car designers from constraints that have defined automotive architecture for over a century. A traditional car must be designed around a large, bulky engine in the front, a transmission tunnel running through the middle of the cabin, and an exhaust system running to the back. An electric vehicle has none of these things. The core components, electric motors and the battery pack, are far more compact, modular, and flexible in their placement. This newfound freedom is leading to a fundamental rethinking of vehicle design, prioritizing space, efficiency, and user experience. The most common EV architecture is the skateboard platform. This design places the large flat battery pack underneath the floor of the vehicle, creating a low center of gravity and a completely flat base. The compact electric motors can then be placed at one axle or both axles. This layout opens up a tremendous amount of interior space that was previously unavailable. Without an engine bay, the front of the car can be shortened, allowing the cabin to be pushed forward. This cab-forward design dramatically increases passenger room, making an EV feel much more spacious inside than a gasoline car of the same exterior dimensions. Designers can create airy, lounge-like interiors with flat floors and flexible seating arrangements. This architectural shift also has a profound impact on the exterior design and aerodynamics of the vehicle. Without the need for a large front grille to feed air to a radiator, the front end of an EV can be much smoother and more sculpted. This not only creates a distinct and futuristic look, but also significantly improves aerodynamics. A lower drag coefficient means the car can slice through the air with less resistance, which directly translates to greater energy efficiency and longer range. Designers are experimenting with clean, minimalist surfaces, flush door handles, and innovative aerodynamic elements to make EVs as slippery as possible, blending form and function in new and exciting ways. Furthermore, the skateboard platform allows for the creation of new types of storage spaces. The area where the engine would normally be is often transformed into a front trunk or frunk, providing a convenient and secure place to store charging cables or shopping bags. By 2030, we will see this design freedom lead to an even greater diversity of vehicle shapes and sizes. We can expect to see radical new interpretations of sedans, SUVs, and trucks, as well as entirely new vehicle categories designed to take full advantage of the electric platform. The car of the future will not just be powered differently, it will look and feel fundamentally different too. The combination of spacious open-plan interiors and the promise of increasing autonomy is transforming the car cabin from a cockpit into a versatile, connected living space. As the driver is gradually relieved of the constant task of operating the vehicle, the focus of the interior design shifts towards comfort, productivity, and entertainment. The user experience, or UX, is becoming one of the most important battlegrounds for automakers. The goal is to create an environment that is not just a means of transportation, but a third space that integrates with other parts of our lives, like our home and our office. Central to this new experience are large, high-resolution displays and sophisticated infotainment systems. By 2030, expansive pillar-to-pillar screens will serve multiple functions. While driving, they provide essential info in a clear, minimalist format. When parked, while charging, or in future autonomous mode, these screens transform into an entertainment hub, streaming movies, playing video games, or conducting video calls. Augmented reality head-up displays will overlay navigation instructions and safety alerts onto the driver's view. The cabin materials and layout will evolve to reflect this new purpose. Sustainable and premium textiles, reclaimed wood, and innovative recycled materials will create a warm, inviting atmosphere. Seating becomes flexible and modular. In full autonomous driving modes, some seats will be able to swivel to face each other, enabling conversation and social interaction. Ambient lighting will adapt to the driver's mood and the time of day, calming for a stressful commute or energizing for a long road trip. The focus is on holistic well-being and comfort for all occupants. Ultimately, interiors will become highly personalized environments. Through voice commands and AI-powered assistants, the vehicle learns your preferences for temperature, music, and seating position and adjusts them automatically. It will integrate with your smart home devices and your digital calendar, suggesting a route to your next meeting while preconditioning the cabin to your preferred temperature. By 2030, stepping into your car will feel less like getting into a machine and more like entering a personalized, intelligent space designed to make your journey safer, more enjoyable, and more connected than ever before. Our journey to the year 2030 has revealed a profound and rapid transformation of the automobile. The electric vehicle of the near future will be a machine defined by three core pillars of innovation: battery, intelligence, and design. By the end of this decade, the EV battery pack will be significantly more advanced. Solid-state batteries will begin to appear in premium models. Mainstream EVs will adopt mature, cobalt-free chemistries like LFP, and advanced silicon anode lithium-ion cells will raise energy density. That translates into longer range, faster charging, longer lifespan, and a lower purchase price for millions of buyers. Charging infrastructure will be faster and smarter. Long trip charger anxiety will be a relic, replaced by dense, ultra-fast charging hubs that add hundreds of miles in the time it takes to grab a coffee. Charging will become seamless with plug and charge. At home, smart charging will optimize energy use and lower costs, and vehicle to grid will let owners sell power back to the grid. Inside the vehicle, intelligence will be the defining feature. Full personal level autonomy will likely remain rare for most owners. Instead, the AI co-pilot will be standard and indispensable. Advanced driver assist systems will make driving much safer and more relaxing, acting as vigilant guardians that predict and prevent accidents. Cars will be software-defined products. Over-the-air updates will continuously improve performance and infotainment. Vehicles will adapt and gain new capabilities over time, preserving value. The vehicle form will move beyond the legacy of the internal combustion engine. Skateboard platforms will enable unprecedented interior space. Cabins will feel like mobile living rooms rather than cockpits. Exteriors will be minimalist and aerodynamic for efficiency and futurism. User experience will center on large, intuitive screens, sustainable premium materials, and deep personalization, making the car an extension of our digital lives. A third space for work, relaxation, and entertainment. And with family in futuristic EV, looking at a clean 2030 city skyline. The arrival of this 2030 electric vehicle will send ripples of change far beyond the individual driver, fundamentally reshaping our cities and industries. For our urban environments, the most immediate and welcome change will be a dramatic improvement in air and noise quality. The elimination of tailpipe emissions will lead to cleaner, healthier air, reducing rates of respiratory illness and creating more pleasant public spaces. The replacement of rumbling engines with the quiet hum of electric motors will significantly lower ambient noise levels, making our cities more peaceful and livable. This will open up new possibilities for urban design, pedestrian zones, parks, and green corridors. The automotive industry itself will be almost unrecognizable. The global market will be firmly led by companies that master mass manufacturing, battery technology, and software development. The competitive landscape will be a fascinating mix of legacy automakers who have successfully navigated the transition, like Volkswagen and Ford, and dominant EV players like Tesla and BYD. This intense competition will drive relentless innovation and further cost reductions. Entirely new industries will have matured around the EV ecosystem: battery recycling, second life applications, charging network software, and autonomous driving systems. For consumers preparing to buy a car in the latter half of this decade, the choice will be clearer than ever. By 2030, in many regions, purchasing an electric vehicle will simply be the most logical decision from both a financial and practical standpoint. The total cost of ownership will be lower, the performance will be superior, the technology will be more advanced, and the convenience of home charging will be a major lifestyle benefit. The market will offer a vast array of choices in every category and price point, ensuring that there is an EV to fit every need. The conversation will shift from why should I buy an EV to which EV should I buy. Policymakers and businesses must continue to prepare for this accelerated future. Governments will need to ensure that grid infrastructure keeps pace with demand and that building codes are updated to mandate EV charging readiness in new construction. They must also focus on ensuring that the transition is equitable, providing support for lower income households to access the benefits of electric mobility. For businesses, the opportunities are immense. From retail locations hosting charging hubs to fleet operators transitioning to electric vans for last mile delivery, every sector of the economy will be touched by this mobility revolution, and those who adapt and innovate will be best positioned for success. As we conclude our look at the road to 2030, it is clear that we are in the midst of a historic and irreversible shift. The convergence of advanced battery technology, intelligent software, and progressive policy has created a powerful momentum that is propelling us towards a new automotive age. The changes we have explored are not distant futuristic dreams, they are the tangible outcomes of innovations already in motion today. The work being done in laboratories, on factory floors, and in government chambers is laying the foundation for a transportation system that is fundamentally cleaner, safer, and smarter. The electric car is no longer a compromise, it is an upgrade. This transition offers a rare opportunity to realign our relationship with personal mobility and build a more sustainable world. By moving away from our century-long dependence on fossil fuels for transportation, we can take a significant step forward in the global effort to combat climate change. The integration of EVs with a renewable powered grid creates a virtuous cycle where our cars are not only zero emission to drive but are also powered by clean energy. The development of a circular economy for batteries ensures that this progress does not come at the cost of new environmental burdens, but instead embraces principles of reuse and sustainability from start to finish. The path ahead will certainly have its challenges. Scaling up supply chains, building out infrastructure, and ensuring the grid is ready are monumental tasks that require continued focus and investment. But the direction of travel is clear. The collective will of engineers, entrepreneurs, policymakers, and most importantly consumers is aligned towards this electric future. The vehicle is being transformed from a simple mechanical tool into a sophisticated, connected, and evolving partner in our daily lives, a change that will bring benefits to individuals and society as a whole, from the thrill of instant acceleration to the simple pleasure of a quiet, clean-breathed city street. The future of the automobile is electric, and the milestone of 2030 will mark the moment this future truly arrives for the mass market. It will be a time when the promises of today become the reality of the everyday, heralding a cleaner, smarter, and more hopeful era of transportation. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this future EV breakdown, please like and subscribe. Your support truly means a great deal and helps me bring more TechProLife content your way. What EV innovation are you most excited for? Solid-state batteries, self-driving tech, or ultra-fast charging? Drop your thoughts below. A like and subscribe really supports the channel. Thank you for being here.